Before we dive into the video, remember to like, comment, and subscribe because it will help my channel a lot, and I'll appreciate you guys a lot for doing so. Welcome to my channel, guys, and today we are going to be focusing on unpopular opinions because I have a few of them and I would love to share it with you guys. Hopefully you guys enjoy, and like I said, these are unpopular opinions. I don't expect people to side with me on this since they're unpopular, but if you have an unpopular opinion of your own, you can let me know in the comments below and I'll take a look at them and see if I agree with you or if I don't. Without further ado, why don't we get started with the video. So unpopular opinion number 1. I actually find that the time between the events is good. So what I mean is that a lot of people think that the time between events are too short. So after one event, there's a few days, and then we have another event. So let's look at this timeline over here. In April 2020, we had the Wood Wonderland event that spanned from April 10th to April 16th. And then within 3 days time, there was another event, and that event happened to be Universe Tide. So Universe Tide is a hell event, and a lot of people were unprepared for that because we only had 3 days. Honestly, I think that the time between these events are actually good because if it's too long, it's going to be boring. So yes, I understand that when there's more time between events, you can save diamonds for it and you can participate more on it. But I guess it's like a fact of juggling between events, which you really want and which you don't want. And for those people who actually skip events because they don't like it, then the time between events will be even longer because let's say on April 10th, you already decided that you won't participate. So you're waiting from April 11th to April 20th before you can have a new event. So yes, you can save diamonds during this time, but a week of not doing anything besides getting your dailies, it's really boring. So I think that the time between events is actually pretty decent, and if it was any longer than that, then it would be kind of boring and this game would be a little stagnant. So let's look in May. We also had the same thing where after Universe Tide, we had 4 days before we had the Masquerade event. So I think this was called Lie in Moonlight, and a lot of people thought that after a hell event, 4 days wasn't enough time to gather enough diamonds to participate in this event. I can see where you guys are coming from, and V0 players, honestly, it sucks a lot for you guys. Like, this game isn't free to play friendly, but essentially as a paying player, I really like the short time between these games because it allows me to, make content, number 1, and number 2, it just gives me a lot more things to play with, and it's always something to look forward to. From May 18th to the 22nd, there was actually a welfare event. So during this whole May, there was actually a lot of different events to make sure that the players were engaged, and I really liked that. So after that welfare event, we actually had Deluge Dragon, I don't even know how to pronounce it, and that spanned for 7 days before we had a few more days where we're at now, and we have our collaboration events. So like I said, I personally think that 3 to 4 days is actually enough time between events. If it's like a week between events, I think I would literally just stop the game because there's nothing for me to do. But yeah, that's unpopular opinion number 1. And as for number 2, I think that hell events are way too long. So normally events are 7 days, and Steps of Sorrow, I don't know if it's still considered a hell event. If you've seen my other videos before, you see that I'm kind of hesitant to call it a hell event. And this adds to another reason why I'm uncertain because it's only 9 days long. This is still a little longer than a normal event, but 9 days, still, it was kind of long, and during this week and a little bit, and if we look at an actual hell event, which is Universe Tide, that was 17 days. So this is from my point of view. Like, I know a lot of you guys can't relate, but I'm a content creator on YouTube, and to make things, I need to have things. And because of Love Nikki's fast-paced event, I'm able to make a few videos every week. But then whenever there are hell events, it's basically, I say that I'm not going to participate, I participate, so that's one video. The second video is the recharge suits. And then for 17 days, I need to think of something to fill in that gap, or else I'll have no content during this time. I guess like the one positive thing about being long is that you have more free tries, so you would have 17 free tries, but I think I still would rather it be shorter and to have our server have more events during this time. But again, unpopular opinions, so that's why I'm making this video. If you disagree with me, I kind of expect it. And like I said, like, it's not just Universe Tide, Cloud Realm as well. 17 days. I think I just filled in the gaps by making random videos like Love Nikki ad videos, or I was making videos about other servers, or I was making opinions videos. Sometimes making these type of videos are hard because as you can see for this video, I went all out for my editing. It took me literally like 3 days to make this type of content, and it's just going to get the same amount of views as my other ones, if not less, because normally people don't really care for this type of content, but I'm just like, whatever, still gonna make it because I know some of you like it and I'll make it for you guys. And I guess my point is the same here as well for WFSM, because this was 16 days. If you just finish the event at the first day, you literally have nothing to do for 16 days. Unless they kind of go snake on you and then they have double event during a hell event. I don't remember if that has happened before. It feels like a fever dream, but if it has happened, then that kind of sucks. But yeah, what do you guys think? Do you think that the hell events are too long? Do you prefer it to be even longer so that you guys can have more time to save diamonds, or do you prefer it to be shorter like me? Just let me know in the comments below and we can have a whole discussion on this. So now comes unpopular opinion number 3. Even though I just bashed on the hell events for saying that they were too long, I personally think that hell events are the most worth it. They're the best type of events. So I started this segment by inserting the background music for Time Palace. Time Palace is literally like, mwah! Every hell event there is amazing music. So the music choice is fantastic. The diamond cost for each one, yes, it's very steep, it's expensive, but think about it. The cost of each suit is actually significantly less than a normal event. So for Time Palace, it was about 9,690 diamonds, but you get 14 suits and 6 backgrounds. So this is a spreadsheet created by Esteric. I will be using 2 more of these sheets afterwards, but you can see how many things come with a hell event. So 14 suits actually came from the fact that there are recolors. Regardless, even if there wasn't the recolors, all of these suits for just 10,000 diamonds, that is so worth it. And look at the background. They're freaking amazing. So for Blood Moon, another example, 7,650 diamonds for 5 suits and 2 backgrounds. That's crazy. That's like 1,530 diamonds per suit. I know the first 2 suits are kind of crappy, but like the next 3, they're pose, they're makeups, there's backgrounds. There are amazing background items, foreground items, hairstyles, aesthetics, themes, everything. So I think that it's beautiful. And the last example I will give is Calum and Ocean. So this one was 6,390 diamonds for 5 suits and 3 backgrounds. The third node will give you Wing Journey, and then Wing Journey will cost you 2,190 diamonds along with the other 2 suits prior to that. And then it has an amazing separate bracelet item, which is a hand item, and then a leg item. So 10 out of 10 would get again, and it comes with a lovely background. I think that hell events are the best type of events. They trump any type of events, whether it be an event map event, a collaboration event, pavilion event. Like, these are the best. So you can come at me in the comments, but I will fight you on that and say that you're wrong. And then unpopular opinion number 4. I know people are really hyped up about collabs. Like, they love it when there are collabs with Barbie, Cinderella, Hatsune Miku, etc., etc. I fall for that hype too, but honestly speaking, I don't like collaboration events. I'm happy that our server and our game is able to even be worthy of a collab of such big companies like Disney and Hatsune Miku. But like, these collabs are very unversatile. Like, they have some amazing pieces like the sparkling animated things, but they're usually the same. Like, think about Elsa and Anna's and Cinderella's sparkling foreground or background item. They're literally the same thing. And then the makeups, they usually don't fit the aesthetic of Love Nikki. So they're very cartoonish. They don't really work well with others, and they're not versatile at all because they're very true to what they're supposed to be. So you can't like put on Cinderella's dress and expect people to not associate it with Cinderella. And as for another type of collab, we have the Muha collab. This one was also very nice. I loved the concept of it, how it was like tarot cards and that there were amazing foreground and background items, but honestly, it was so expensive for things that were so unversatile. Like, I rarely see people using a lot of these suit parts, and I know there are people who love these suits, like who absolutely love them and they're favorites. For the vast majority of people, I really don't think that these suits are very versatile and people use it a lot. And they're so not worth it, okay? Like, they're really not worth it. Remember how hell events, you can spend like 10,000 diamonds for like 14 suits? Yeah, you can spend 7,000 diamonds for only 2 suits. And do you know why I know that? Because I finished the pavilion! I didn't want to, but it happened and I regret it and I'm so sad and I'm sorry, you guys. They only come back once usually, and as a result, people like me just feel the need to spend a lot of diamonds for suits that aren't even versatile at all. So yeah, pretty frustrating, and definitely don't think that these are great events at all. If anything, like, look at this event. This is a new event from the Chinese server. I covered this in my last video, but turns out the girl is only like 1.9 or like 2,000 diamonds or less. So I would rather spend 2,000 diamonds to get this suit than spend 7,000 diamonds to get both of those suits. I feel like these suits are just 20 times more versatile than the other suits that we just saw from the collaboration events, and they just fit the Love Nikki aesthetic and art style so much more that I think I would use it like 50 times more. So if we add that up all together, I feel like it's like 1,000,000 times better. So that's unpopular opinion number 4. And as for the last unpopular opinion, I heard I know that there are people that think that saving diamonds is actually easy in a sense where it's just like, people just always say, just skip an event and then you'll be able to save for another event. Girl, that's so hard and that's so boring. Honestly, I feel for V0 players. Let's say you only have like 1,000 diamonds. You can't fully participate in a full event, and it's really hard to get like more than 2,000 or 3,000 diamonds a month. So let's say you skip like 2 events. You finally have enough diamonds to finish the 3rd event. But during those 2 events, that's already 7 days plus like an average of 3 days plus another 7 days. That's like 3 weeks, nearly a month of just logging in onto the game, not participating in anything, or just doing free tries and then logging off, and then having like a very incomplete wardrobe where you can't even have a theme going on because you just have parts of everything. So it's really hard. I really feel for them. And the concept of just not playing the game properly or just not having the materials to play a game, it just sucks because it makes the game very free to play unfriendly. And I feel like the main point is that a lot of people need to realize that why would you bother making this game into a chore where you just log in to do your dailies, to collect for like a month, to just participate in one event, and then skip a lot of events that you like, or you're just waiting for crafting, or etc, etc. Like, why would you do that if you're playing this game for fun? Like, that isn't the definition of fun to me. So V0 players, I commend you. Like, I don't think I would be able to play this game without spending money at all because it's just not realistic to me. So what do you guys think? Is skipping events actually as hard as I make it out to be? Whenever there's an event that comes that I don't like and I don't participate in it, I just get so bored of the game. Like, I have no motivation to play at all. Like, I'd still play. I've been playing for the past 3 years every single day, but like, honestly, if I had to skip every single event to just get one event in a blue moon, I don't think I would be playing this game at all. So yeah, let me know what your thoughts are in the comments below. And for those of you waiting, these are the redeem codes coming up. Remember that these codes are one-time use only, so only one person can get them. And then if you've had any of these items before, like let's say you already did the lifeless time and then you tried to put it in again, you won't have a duplicate of that item. If you already had a code for 50 stamina, you're not going to get it again. So these are for the players who have missed a few days of signing in and drawing from the website. And I hope that this helps. And thank you for everybody who's come here to watch me and my opinions, whether you agree with them or not. I still appreciate it a lot. And I hope you guys have a great day. So remember to like, comment, and subscribe if you like this type of content. And I will catch you all later. Bye!